everybody, welcome to Brick Vault. My name is Mike and today we have a summer 2017 Star Wars set that is the Scout Trooper and the Speeder bike. The set is recommended for ages 10 to 14, it is set number 75532 and it has 452 pieces. That is a set we've been waiting for quite a while now and it must be the coolest brick built fig from Star Wars line we've ever seen. Alright, it is time to get this guy onto his speeder bike. What are we waiting for? Let's just build this guy. I kinda wanna see how speedy it is. And the box is fly! Alright, the bike and the trooper are totally complete and I keep my words, this is one of the awesomest, the coolest one probably, brick built fig from the Star Wars line up to date. And let's start off with the Scout Trooper himself. You get the build for him from the first back and the first book of instructions. And first thing that you definitely notice is that his head, aka helmet, is a wonderful mold. It comes in a separate bag, the shape is captured just great and the finish is somewhat glossy with a lot of detailing here and there, along with a beautiful mouthpiece that has even some details for his speaker. I think along with the Short Trooper and maybe Captain Phasma's helmet, this one is my top 3 if not the most favorite. I may be kind of biased though because I really like the Scout Troopers in the original movies. I think that just seems to be the coolest class of the Stormtrooper, as you may describe them as some sort of a recon or sharpshooter class. I am not really sure if that would apply to him anyway because you know, Stormtroopers had some problems with hitting things. Anyhow, not only the helmet is great, the torso piece is also very well detailed. His armor has beautiful prints all over the place and being a single piece for his entire front torso, it fits very well. The back is not as detailed however, but it still looks pretty cool. There are no prints, the shape looks great, and there is also a single piece representing his somewhat of a backpack. Overall, the armor panels work really well on this guy, and I'm talking also about the hip ones on the legs, along with the lower parts of the armor, and the ones visible on the shoulders and on his elbows. Most of the build is definitely on par with the other builds, consisting of a lot of custom molds, and we do not see a huge use of classic Lego pieces here. The only personal weapon he comes with is this blaster pistol, and you can connect it to his leg, which makes it look as if it is holstered. I really love this guy, but this set is not only about him because this is the first buildable fig set that gives you a full-grown vehicle. And let me just say this, the build for this speeder bike is really up to the expectations. We do have some sticker action however, but the stickers work very well. Of course, I would love to see prints in this one, but apparently I did not really mind those few well-placed and well-designed stickers. And let's start checking out the build from the back. We have the thruster stickers, of course, along with the nozzles that let you control the throttle. That will be the first set of stickers here, giving some detailing to those nozzles, and the shape along the back is captured really well with a number of brown Technic wedges. There is the seat for the Scout Trooper, and those two black axles sticking at the bottom are places where his legs go when he is sitting on the bike. I was really enjoying building this part because you put together different modules for the back of the bike, and when they come together onto the frame, you can see how tight the tolerances are to make up this great shape. This is some fine Technic designing right here. Moving on towards the front, we have the middle section of the bike, and you can see a lot of engine details along with those hoses that deliver fuel and so on. And as you may have already noticed, the bike comes with a built-in stand, and this one not only holds the stand function, but there is also the trigger for the front mounted spring shooter gun. So basically you can hold the bike as a gun, the trigger is right under your finger, and you can easily shoot the projectile out of the bike. I think that is a pretty clever design that makes the entire set highly playable. The spring-loaded shooter itself is similar to the build we had with the First Order Stormtrooper build, but this time around, of course, it is integrated with the bike. Moving on towards the central section, you can see the shape of the hull captured very simply just by using a few Technic wedges again, and I think this part of the build looks especially great, along with the simple tile and a sticker for the cockpit. This is also the place where Scout Trooper's hands go to control the throttle of the bike, as his hands simply connect to those blue Technic axles, and the whole thing is designed so that you can position him in various different ways. But more on that later on. Moving on towards the front section of the bike, and you can see those two custom unique bars that make up the shape for the front, and I think it was a great idea to keep the front connection within just two single very solid pieces. And the front itself ends up with more detailing along with some stickers, and this shape here also results in giving the entire vehicle a very aggressive look. Anyhow, let's place the Scout Trooper onto the bike to see the thing in its full glory, and as I mentioned before, the legs go right here on those axles in the back, the hands connect to the controls of the vehicle, and thanks to the high posability of the figure, you can pretty much get it into any position you like. And one more thing I would love to say about this set is that as much as I really love the both builds for the bike and the Scout Trooper, I think the price of around $55 is just a bit too steep. We do however have 452 pieces in this set, but most of them are just Technic joints or just small Technic pieces that are common in all the other sets, and most of the big pieces are just unique to this one. So as we are used to having the buildable figs from Star Wars line for around $25, I think even with the coolness factor considered in this one, this is just slightly too expensive. Anyhow, the thing is that once you get it, you kind of forget about the price, because this is definitely the best buildable figure set they ever created. Alright, and that is it for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you like our content. We really appreciate it. This guy, I really like him, and I guess now we just need to get an Ewok or the Furball, or you know, the small guys that were just kicking those guys on Endor. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Mike, and I'll see you again on Brick Vault.